Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to handle the objection. Bring me a buyer, I'll pay you a commission from a for sale by owner. My name is Jackie Kravitz. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and you're an agent who wants to sell more homes and make more money, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video you're about to watch. Comment below the video. I'll answer any questions you may have in the comments. Let's get started. So a very common for sale by owner objection is bring me a buyer, I'll pay you a commission. If you have ever called or door knock a for sale by owner, chances are you hear this from, I said most FSBOs, probably 100% of them, right? Most of them, occasionally one will say, yeah, I don't want to work with an agent at all. Like that is super rare. Most for sale by owners, they know, hey, you're a real estate agent. You're working with buyers all the time. If you have a buyer, I'll pay you a commission, but I'm not interested in listing the property. So the first thing you do when you hear an objection is you repeat and approve what they said. Now, in order to repeat and approve, you have to be present to the conversation. You cannot, like, they're giving you an objection and you're freaking out because you're like, oh no, here you go, an objection. Hello, when you're prospecting, when you call a for sale by owner, I mean, really, you're not expecting an objection? What are you expecting them to say? Sure, come over right now and list my home. Of course they're going to give you objections because they're not interested in listing with an agent. If they were, they wouldn't be a FSBO. They would have listed already. Agents are a dime a dozen. So really, this is a very important point because if you're not expecting the objection, when you hear it, you freak out. I think a big mistake that agents make is when they hear an objection, instead of repeating and approving, they start talking at the prospect. That's wrong. I've done that. My first couple of years in real estate, I'd hear an objection, I'd throw the entire kitchen sink at him. No, that's not what you do. You repeat and approve. So how would you repeat and approve the bring me a buyer, I'll pay you a commission? There are a few different ways of doing that, but how I like to do it is say, oh, okay, no problem. So hey, Mr. Seller, that's his name, the seller, whatever their name is, John, I really appreciate the offer. I'll definitely keep your home in mind. So it sounds like you're willing to pay a commission to a buyer's agent. And so what I'm getting out of this, John, is that you're looking to save the other portion of the commission that it would cost you to hire an agent to represent you. Is that right? Okay, so what happened here? There's different ways to repeat and approve. I'm making this up, right? I've used it a lot. And then at the end of it, I said, is that right? Or is that correct? That's called a tie down. And tie downs are a language pattern that is very powerful. If you in this channel, there's actually a playlist of live for sale by owner calls that I've done, and we'll be uploading more of those. Those are real FSBOs. Pick up the phone, call speakerphone, and you're hearing the call from beginning to setting an appointment. And you hear me use tie downs all the time. They create a pattern of agreement and they keep the listener engaged. So I'm repeating and approving and saying, okay, great. So I appreciate the offer. I'll definitely keep your home in mind. So since so it sounds like you're willing to pay a commission to a buyer's agent. What you don't want to do is hire a listing agent because you're looking to save that other portion of the commission. Is that correct? It forces them to answer me, and the answer is gonna be yes. There's the pattern of agreement. I'm looking for, throughout the conversation, sort of program their brain to agree with me. So when I use a tie down and they say yes, that's right, that's what I want, it's very difficult when you have somebody agreeing with you all along this conversation. When you ask for the appointment at the end, for them to say no because they're used to saying yes to you. Okay, this is just a little bit of background, subconscious mind, how it works. Anyway, tie downs are very powerful. So now they're going to say, yeah, that's right. So now I ask a question that's going to spark their curiosity, that they're going to go, I wonder how that could be possible. So here you go. So John, let me ask you this. If I can show you a way where by hiring me to sell this home for you, I'd be able to more than make up for that difference in commission that you're looking to save, is that something that you might consider? So let's break that down here. So when I say, if I can more than make up for that difference in commission that you're looking to save, they're going, well, I don't think, a few things could be happening in their mind. I don't think that's possible, or how could that be possible? That doesn't make sense to me. How do I pay you a commission and it would more than, like, how they're scrambling, but it is causing them to, I wonder how that could be possible. So they don't always say yes the first time. They might, or they might not, and it's okay. So it's creating some doubt in their mind and sparking curiosity. And then I said, is that something that you might consider? Now, that is very easy for them to say yes. When you're handling an objection, you got to make it easy for them to say yes. Especially over the phone. This is a prospecting objection. This is not a listing presentation objection. I'm going to do some of those, but this is over the phone or in person. Think about how easy it is for them to say, I might, or I don't. They could also say, I don't know how you could possibly do that. Okay, so let's take this in steps. If they say, well, you maybe, if they say that, I'm gonna say, great. So I'd like to set up a time for us to meet for just 20 to 30 minutes so I can show you exactly how I'd be able to do that for you. Are you available today at 3 o'clock? Would 4 be better? That's a close. Okay. So that line, great. I'd like to set up a time for us to meet for 20 to 30 minutes. Are you available today at 3? Would 4 be better? 20 to 30 minutes is also a script that makes it easy for them to say yes. The typical average agent out there, and that's not who you are, because average agents don't come to this channel, okay? So the average agent, they go on a listing appointment, which is what you're about to schedule here. And they spend an hour and a half, 2 hours, just putting the seller to sleep, literally, okay? I know that because I know what real estate companies teach agents to do today, and even when I started in real estate in 1996, that's what I was taught, to show up and do a 2-hour presentation. The seller's like, okay, so typical agents do that. Homeowners are not interested in that. They don't want to waste their time. They don't want to hear a bunch of blah, blah, blah about your company. No, 20 to 30 minutes, it's easy to say yes to. So everything that I've said to you here, it's just, I'm not pulling this out of thin air, okay? This is proven scripts and techniques that will get you an appointment. Now, what if they say, well, I don't know how you could do that? That's an objection. What did I say you do when you hear an objection? You repeat and approve. So now I'm going to just say, and Mr. Seller, I completely understand why you're thinking, well, I mean, this doesn't make sense to me. How is it possible? How do I pay you a commission? And this isn't, like, it doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up, and I completely understand. And that's why I'd like to meet with you for 20 to 30 minutes so I can show you exactly how I would be able to, again, more than make up for the commission that I charge. And ultimately, you are looking to sell this home for the most money possible and keep as much money as possible, right? There's another tie down pattern of agreement. What are they going to say? No, I don't want to sell it for the most money possible and keep the most money. Like, I know they're going to say yes. They're going to say yes. Great. So what would be a good time for me to stop by for 20 to 30 minutes? I have an opening today around 3 o'clock. Would 4 be better? Your closing. I'm going to leave it here because you have enough here to overcome this objection with FSBOs over the phone. Now, one thing that I want to say that's very important, when you're handling an objection, the words that you use are important. So you have the words here. You could rewind this video here and you could listen to it as many times as you want, and you could transcribe word for word what I said. By the way, that is a great way to learn. I spend like endless, probably hundreds of hours in my real estate career doing just that. And it was an incredible learning opportunity and a learning experience for me, not only because I'm transcribing and writing the words, so it's helping me learn the script, but now I have it in writing so I could actually read it out loud as fast as you can, as fast as I can, you can, because that's a great way to internalize scripts, memorize, internalize, and own the scripts. But also, as you're rewinding and you're transcribing, you are listening to how it's being said. You're going to notice that I speak in downswings. What is a downswing? It's your tone of voice at the end of the sentences. It goes down. It doesn't go up. I don't say, wouldn't you agree? Oh, that sounds so like repelling. It sounds like you shouldn't agree. Think about it. People in positions of authority, they use a downswing. Their tone goes down. When your kid is misbehaving, you say, go to your room. You don't say, go to your room. If you talk like that, your kid is going to say, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And they're going to just, yeah. Everyone in positions of authority use downswings. And you have to get in the habit of speaking like that, because people do what you say when you have authority. So listen to this again. I know that this video right here, the scripts and everything that I just shared with you, will get you to overcome probably one of the most common for sale by owner objections. So you can get out there and set appointments and then go out and list those properties and help these sellers, because they do need the help of a knowledgeable, professional, experienced real estate agent. Hey, make sure you like the video, comment below, let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you soon.